Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. General Hospital spoilers show that Valentine Cassadine, James Patrick Stewart, has made his final exit, and Charlotte Cassadine, Scarlett Fernandez, is on her way back to Port Charles. But is she going to come unhinged again now that she has lost her papa? Let's dive into what is next for Lulu Spencer, Alexa Havens, and her daughter Charlotte now that Valentine is gone. I've got to admit, I was a little let down by the lack of action after Anna Devane, Finola Hughes, and Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, burst into that house in Buenos Aires to warn Valentine that the WSB kill team was right behind them. I was expecting a shoot 'em up, a near-death experience, something really dramatic. But we got boring. Anna told him to get Charlotte out of there, and it looked like Valentine was going to grab his daughter and run off again. But then, after Anna and Jason dealt with the WSB team and they left, Valentine reappeared with Charlotte and told Anna what he had already told his kid. Valentine was the one who texted Rocco Falconeri, Finn Francis Care, pretending to be Charlotte. He knew that word would get back to Lulu Spencer, and that's who he expected to show up to retrieve their daughter on General Hospital. And of course, Charlotte was devastated that Valentine told her to go without him. If you remember, it was Charlotte's choice to stay with Valentine. She didn't want him to be alone and said her mom Lulu had plenty of friends and family. But Valentine only has her. Now, Charlotte is being packed off to Port Chuck without her dad. You know, this may be the last time that she sees Valentine for quite some time. And it may be the last time we see Valentine ever. But don't forget, Charlotte does have this tendency to act out when she's unhappy, and especially when her unhappiness is about her dad, Valentine. If you remember, Charlotte ruthlessly harassed and targeted Anna because she wanted Anna out of Valentine's life. She wanted them broken up. If you also recall, Charlotte was behaving so badly, she broke into Anna's apartment, and that's how she wound up shot. Ever since Anna shot Charlotte, she's felt sick with guilt. But Charlotte's still not a fan. You know, Charlotte did not want to leave Valentine and go with Anna. But then on General Hospital, Jason said, "You're coming with me," and she did. Then we got the big final scene for Valentine and Anna that was so sweet. Sparks were flying. And of course, it just makes fans of Vanna want him to stick around. Anna even tried to get Valentine to come back with them and said she'd bring him in safely. But he knows that would mean life behind bars, and he wouldn't get to be with Charlotte anyway. Once their plane touches down in New York, I am sure that Lulu is going to be thrilled to have Charlotte back with her for good. What I'm not sure about is how smoothly it's going to go. So it may not be all that Lulu was hoping for this reunion. We gotta consider that Charlotte can be volatile at times. She may actually blame Lulu for her losing Valentine out of her life. Or she may blame Jason. Or she may get mad at Anna all over again. She may even blame Rocco for telling Dan Falconeri, Dominic Zamprogna, who then told Jason. You know, it's kind of hard to imagine that Charlotte is just going to step easily back into life in Port Charles. She may have a lot of anger and frustration over losing her beloved papa. You know, Valentine has raised her since birth and was pretty much her primary parent for most of her life. Other than that period when Val was out of town and Dante and Laura were watching out for her. Despite that brief absence on General Hospital, the majority of Charlotte's life it's just been her and Valentine. Now it's just going to be her and Lulu, although at least she has her brother Rocco now. But in the end, Valentine's gone. That is going to break Charlotte's heart. So there is no telling what she might do. Teenagers can be a whole lot of trouble on their best days, and being dragged away from Valentine is not what she wants. I fully expect Lulu to be dealing with a whole lot of issues with Charlotte. This may be way beyond typical teenage rebellion and angst. I mean, Charlotte might even run off to find Valentine so she can be with him, because she's just going to miss him so terribly and doesn't want him to be alone out there on the run. To his credit, Valentine finally realized that Charlotte living life as a fugitive was less than ideal. She can't go to school, make friends, or live a normal life. I do expect that lots of people tell her Valentine did the right thing. But that doesn't mean that Charlotte is going to accept it. It seems a long shot she'd just settle in and forget about having her father in her life. Now, complicating it is there's not a lot of room for Valentine to come back because of his crimes. Jack Brennan, Chris McKenna, put out a kill order on his ex-friend. And if Valentine sets one foot in town, he would probably be dead within minutes. And I doubt Anna can get Jack to relent and take back the kill order. She talks to Jack this week on General Hospital, so we'll see. But if you remember, Valentine told Anna the WSB wants him dead. He knows too much. And I'm guessing that's about the shady activities with WSB and Pikeman and all the Black Ops stuff. However, I am really looking forward to seeing Charlotte's new story arc. And I presume that Scarlett Fernandez sticks around. So, we'll see her as much as we see the other teens. Even if Charlotte is unhappy in town and asks nicely, I don't think Lulu would ship her off to boarding school. After the episode on Monday, it kind of seems like the end of an era. And I for one will be very sad if we never see Valentine Cassadine again. I've liked him from the first because I love James Patrick Stewart. I've seen him on a lot of other stuff, and when they cast him, I was like, oh, this is going to be good. Before, when Valentine was painted into a corner, he managed to get himself out. But this time it just doesn't seem like there's anything left to do but to keep running. I hope the writers don't kill him off screen. If they were gonna kill him, on screen would have been much better. Give us a big bang for our buck. Not that I want him to die. I did appreciate Valentine and Anna's goodbye. I will say that high marks for that. But the lack of a shootout drama confrontation kind of left me wanting more. But now he's gone. Maybe gone for good.